Hi everyone, my name is Sharice and I work at the main library in the reference department. I do a lot of the I do a lot of the take and make kits, and today we are going to be doing the DIY mini altered tins. So this is just an example. If you've never heard of this, you might want to look up altered books, because that's where I kind of got this idea from. So basically it's just I'm recycling some tins, and I'm using embellishments and themes to make them pretty and presentable, and these are really fun to do because there are absolutely no rules to this. You can do whatever you want. You can make it as pretty as you want, as funky as you want, you know, whatever you want to do. And they are great for gifts. So in your kits, you are going to have a bunch of little embellishments, so please be careful when opening your itty bitty baggie inside of the bag. We don't want any kids or pets getting a hold of these, and we also don't want them flying everywhere, so maybe get a bowl or a tissue or something to kind of dump all your stuff out on. You will be having some shells. Yes, they are real seashells. You will have some, I don't know what these are called, some pretty glue-on embellishments and these little dots, and then some pretty ocean themed sequins, which are really fun, and then you'll have some printouts, some stickers. I didn't have enough for myself, which is okay, so I'm just using some printouts right now, but you guys will have stickers. Some of the kids have ribbon, so you absolutely don't have to use everything. Just do whatever you want. So this is kind of how I start my tins out. First of all, I decide on the theme. So my theme today is going to be the beach, because I've been thinking about it a lot. So what I like to do to get started is I take, you will have a little bit of adhesive in your bag, so you can use that, or you can use glue. The glue does work better than what is in the bag. What is in the bag is called Mod Podge, and it is really, really good for finishing, to go on top of everything. Anyways, so I take my paper, and because you will have some scrapbooking paper, and I place my tin on top of the paper, and then I trace the tin with a pencil, and then I cut it out. And then I will glue that cutout on the top of my tin. And then I like to kind of just go around the edges. You can see on this tin that I went around this top edge, and I left kind of the back blank just because there's hinges there and that's a little more difficult. But you can see on this tin I did the bottom. So you don't have to do any of that if you don't want to, but that's just an option and an idea. And then, because after you put your paper on, it's gonna look a little funky or a little ugly. So that's just part of the process. I like to finish with some ribbon around the top, because that takes all of those raw edges from your paper and kind of just cleans it up and hides them. And then I just take my other pieces of paper. If you're using the paper, be sure to cut out 1, 2, 3. All of the same size, and then you can either just stick your paper onto the inside of your tin, or you can glue it. It is completely up to you. For my tin, I just wanted to stick mine in here because I'm thinking of the ocean and how the ocean has waves, so I wanted my paper to look a little wavy. Another idea is that you can take the paper and crumple it up and then stick it down, you know, pull it out, it'll have all those funky creases, and you can stick it down in your tins. Okay, so my top needs a little bit of pretty to go on it, so I chose this right here, this printout. And you absolutely do not have to stay in the lines with your tins. You can go over the edges, you can do whatever your heart desires. I do suggest using tacky glue. Tacky glue is kind of a pain in the rear to work with sometimes because it's hard to get out, but I feel like it works a lot better than what Elmer's glue does. And it makes sure that everything just kind of stays down. And also, you do not have to make your tins horizontal like I like to make mine. You can do vertical, you can do whatever you want. Okay, got my tacky glue on. The nice thing about tacky glue is once you have it on there, whatever you are gluing down isn't going to go anywhere. Okay, so I think I'm pretty happy with my placement. Okay, so that's what it looks like so far. You can see I have it kind of overlapping my ribbon. Okay, I think next I want to do some tropical flowers. And if you are a fan of Altoids or anything like that that comes in those little tins, you can always keep those little tins and recycle them. Otherwise, if you want to continue making these really fun tins, you can just go on Amazon and find them. It's going to be a lot cheaper than Hobby Lobby. However, I did get all of the embellishments except for the seashells, and you will have a little 3D printed piece of coral that looks like this. That was made with our 3D printers that are open for the public to submit orders. Okay, so I added my flowers and that's what it looks like now. But I'm feeling like I want to add just a little bit of something else. I want to stick to my color theme, so I think I'm going to use some itty bitty yellow embellishments. I saw these embellishments at Hobby Lobby and they were absolutely perfect for what we were doing. Now, the Mod Podge that is in your kits, like I said, it does act as an adhesive, but it's not as good as glue or sticky glue. It's really good for once you're finished. You can take that Mod Podge and paint it over the top of your tin to make it come out like glossy. Be careful though, because I did find that, I don't know if you can see it, but when I painted over the top of these little sequins, it kind of bled the colors. But you can see how that sealant made everything look kind of glossy. But if you're going to use it, do a really light layer, because when you use a lot, it will make like your paper and stuff kind of wavy. Alright, so these are my finishing touches on the front. That's the almost finished product. And you're basically just going to do the same exact thing on the inside. If you're going to use your seashells, They are a little bit tricky to glue down, just try your best. I suggest going along the outside of the inside of your shell. Just put a little bit of tacky glue around there, just there along the edge. And when you put if you're going to use your shells and you glue them down, just kind of hold it down a bit, because wherever that tacky glue is at, it will help get the adhesive to cure onto the paper. But don't press too hard, because you don't want your little shell to break. Okay, so hopefully mine aren't going to go anywhere. So that's what I have on the inside now. And I'm going to take my adorable little piece of coral. And each of the kits have one 3D printed embellishment. So it's not all coral like some of the other kits that are themed outside of beaches will have different 3D prints. And then I'm just going to use some of my embellishments. Really love the color of these. And then you guys will also have a quote in each of your kits. I thought those were nice. You absolutely do not have to use them, but I always like something like that, and you can see this is how I used my quote, which says, "Life is good today, life is good today." Right, and I added a couple of embellishments, and you're just going to keep doing that throughout your kit. Again, please be careful with your embellishments not to lose them, so no pets or children get a hold of them. We don't want any accidents happening. And then again, here is my finished product. That's the outside, and I personally didn't do anything to the bottom, but if you want to, you're more than welcome to. It's your tin. Again, you can get all these supplies from Amazon and from Hobby Lobby. I like Amazon because I don't have to go into the store. But if you really want to do this quickly, then Hobby Lobby might be your best bet. But I really hope you guys enjoy the kits. If you do, please take a picture and send it to our Facebook page so we can show off what you made. Thanks for joining us.